Aho. Come make jewelry with me while I chat about the last session I had for myself. Feeling like I need a moonstone piece. So, about a week ago, I had a session done for myself from the lovely Rana Mint, from creator of Illuminated Quantum Healing. And it was fantastic. Fantastic. I began at the ocean, sitting at the ocean, and I was a young blonde man, a new immigrant from across the ocean. I'm on Newfoundland Island there on the coast, and I'm staring off into the misty waters at some pink, purple beings. It's just like the light of them, the energy of them. And I'm just sitting there, which was nice and peaceful. And I had gotten in a fight with my love because she's pregnant and hormonal, and I said something about her shoes, and she just didn't like that very much. I had to move this mic because I feel like it's not good. So, I lived in like a little shack, and I feel Irish. And this woman's Dutch. So, anyway, I learned a little bit about the life there and what it looks like. So it's really just a few people there. There's a lot of free land. Neighbors are not close by. There's a local church. There's a lot of Dutch people and me, and I guess some Celts. So that's where it started out. And then we kind of went to an important day, and I jumped back to when I was a 5-year-old, and I was playing this game called Run Run Chicken, where it's like tag, but there's like a chicken puppet you have to put on your hand, because when you're playing tag and you tag someone, they can tag you right back really quick. So this was a really good way to give them a moment to run away, so you're not always it. Which I found interesting because that scenario actually happened at my nephew's birthday party. Poor little guy was he'd tag someone and then they'd tag him right back. So he was struggling. Run chicken. If we had a chicken puppet on our hands, that would be a good solution for that day. What else happened? Anyway, it was like a lot of joy. It brought a lot of joy to me, and I had a lot of fun that day. So it was just calling out my inner child in this session to come forth. Yeah. And my father was a fisherman, and we ate a lot of oysters. And my mom made everything, and she was a really good cook. And then it flipped to another important day where I was a little older and I was sitting outside on a rock outside the house. And I was really sad because my parents had just died. So I was feeling alone in this new desolate land. There's not a lot of people there. Sure, there's community, I know, but I'm feeling pretty alone and out there in the world, pretty exposed to the elements, like the sea, and the weather is always gloomy. And while I'm sitting there, this big, beautiful bird came to sit with me. And it was actually one of my spirit guides. And we connect with the bird, and they are showing me, as I'm sitting there, I'm feeling my legs grow tall. I'm feeling my wings spread out. I'm feeling all of this energy running through me, and the power and connection, which was nice. So we talked to the bird, and the bird says that, they're here to remind me of who I really am. Because I'm feeling alone, but I'm never really alone. So they invite me to follow them as I've grown these wings energetically, and I have these really tall legs, and I'm a big, big bird. The bird that came to sit with me is like a young eagle. Like, it doesn't have the white head yet. It's still a young one, so it's all brown. But as it flies off and I follow it, I can see what it actually looks like. And it's a huge, huge bird. It's like this, it's like a silhouette of a bird. And instead of colors and feathers, it's all light language in electric light blue writing. All these little symbols everywhere. So that was really cool. And I fly with them, and we fly up through the atmosphere, past the edge of the sky. And we end up in, it's like just a whole ton of us, a whole ton of birds with these light codes swarming around and around and around like a ball, like a crystal ball. And we're swarming around this portal or wormhole. And it's black smoke, black cloud with purple lightning flashing all through it, right? And we're there to guard and protect this this portal, whatever this is. And this is up in the Orion constellation, near the middle star. So we're the guardians of this. Look at I'm coiling all this around. Look at this pretty moonstone. Anyway, so that's our mission. That's what we do. That's our purpose. We fly around this cloud of light, purple lightning, to protect it and guard it. Right? So no one's coming near this portal. And our consciousness that's all we do. And we like to grab feet with each other and soar around like eagles do when they find their love and they're dropping to the earth. They lock claws and they swirl around and around, and just before they hit the surface, they let go. So we like to do that. And our consciousness is like, it's like being in source. We can be anywhere in our minds at any time we want to. We can just think of something and be there, but still be soaring around this. It's really interesting. So I didn't really get the point of why. I guess we're protecting it for some reason. Maybe that information will come to me at a later date. But what a cool spot to be. And then we did a bit of a ceremony, and I don't think I want to share much about that, but so we did our ceremony together, and then what happened? Maybe I should listen to it again. I haven't watched the video yet. So all these sessions are always recorded, so you can go back. Because it's like a dream. It'll fade. If you even remember when you wake up, it will fade away like a dream does when you wake up in the morning. But after we did the ceremony, we did some healing. We got some information for Ron, which was nice for him. And it's nice for all practitioners because we get to chat with beings of all types and sizes and from all different kinds of places. Then we went back to that life to see what was happening and why I was sitting there with the bird. And then I found out, my parents had died, and I'm there all alone. And I end up growing old there and watching the community grow, watching it flourish, and then watching the roads get built, watching more people come. It gets busy. And I end up marrying the Dutch girl I married the Dutch girl. We had 2 kids, and we died of old age. So happy life. It was really cool. And very symbolic for what I'm dealing with right now in my own life. Right? Really leaving a world to enter into a new one. And the Native Americans actually helped our community out quite a bit. They were really sweet and nice with us and very helpful. Yeah, it was good. I think that's all I want to share about that. I had a session a few days later with a client, my Apostle John client. And I love when she comes because I always get to have a little chat with Jesus. And she's just a really trusted source of information for me. And clarified a few things that I'm working on for me, which is nice. And we may end up doing some more work together here for the collective, talking to different beings. So if you have any questions you'd ever want to ask Jesus, put them in the comments and we'll check them and maybe we'll get to those. What do I want to do with this? Ta-da! I'm sure there was more I wanted to talk about, but it's left my mind now. So I'll put that down for a minute and maybe we'll pull a card. Card of the day. Oh, jumping Jehoshaphat. Balance. The message of the day is about balance. Balancing out everything that you're working on, right? So take time for that new job. Take time to continue your passions. What is this, a message for me? Take time to balance your shadow with your light, right? Don't forget about your shadow work. Don't forget to go back and look at the things and see how they're affecting you today. Oh, jumpins. Double sevens. Look at these. Double sevens. Yeah. Facing your fears, taking on those problems, because once you look at them, they just dissipate and they fly away. And using your judgment on who you need to have around you. If they don't support you and if they're not adding to your flames, then squash them out. You can be supportive. You can be super supportive of someone, and then when that energy it's time for it to come back around to you, it's just not there, right? Very clear to see. So you'll see the people and know who to let go and know who to keep around. And the judgment card. Who do you judge yourself? Right? The I here in the cloud. Right? It's only you really judging yourself. Anyone else's judgments don't matter, but how you feel about yourself and how you judge yourself really matters. We spend a lot of time in our minds, so make sure it's a nice place to be. Self-sustaining, self-sufficient, not looking outside of yourself for validation, right? We're here now. We're here now. Stay up here. It was only forward to go. Oh, another thing that happened in the session, my friend was wondering about all the black cats that he'd been seeing. So we contacted a black cat, one that I had met in our Halloween ceremony on the Source Energy Network. There's a session there, the first Halloween ceremony, or back in the beginnings when that first came about. And we connected with the black cat, and he was curious why they were always hanging around him. And it was because they really like to play with snakes, and he had this snake down around his ankle, this etherical snake representing the Kundalini energy. So the snake was really cute to connect with. It was really having fun putting its tail out the bottom of his pant leg so that other cats could come and play with it. But we got the snake back to where it needed to be, and it said goodbye to the kitties, and it was really cute. But yeah, I just want to remind people that the black cats, they are super connected, and they're messengers. right? So don't be afraid of the black cats when you see them. They're messengers. Maybe you just need to sit down with one and stare it in the eye. Yeah. See if anything else comes to my mind, and if it doesn't, then I'm going to go. In my client session we had, my John and Jesus client, she was a trusted source of information where it was like medieval times, and she was a trusted source of information for people to come and get solid advice from. And people loved her for it, and they took up a lot of her time. They didn't really pay her. She just did it out of the goodness of her heart. And then one day someone didn't take the full advice. They only listened part way, right? They didn't follow her advice exactly. So something bad happened, and a group of people came to blame her and give her shit and threatened her with her kids with her, which was really frightening, right? And that shut her voice down in that lifetime. But then we took her through the death process. We took her up to heaven to see what she was up to and where she would go next, or what she would do while she was up there. But once she left the body, she reclaimed her power, all back from all these people that dimmed her light. She let them take her voice. So she reclaimed her power and her voice, and she did a lot of healing work up there. And we also did it, here in this life, and let that seep into her cells. But yeah, it was just a really powerful session, the energy from it. It gave her a lot of courage, and myself courage. And just a reminder not to let anyone dim your light, right? People can throw little comments here and there, or especially when you're exposing yourself to the world on the internet. It's just a good reminder to hold your own, hold your power. The moonstone's been calling me. I'll probably make some labradorite ones as well. They're always a good option for the magicians of the world. Look at this cutie patootie. And you can find these on Etsy, on Bits of the Universe is my store on there. Feel free to go check them out. I'll be making more. There's not a lot on there right now, but I do have a lot of gems to get through. So if you like it, check that out, and there'll be more. And you can always message me and request, see if I've got what you're looking for here. I can do custom work. Custom's my favorite. And I can look up your birthday and your zodiac signs and see what's a good option for you for a stone to use, or if you need it for something in particular. A lot of it's intuition. Anyway, this one's not done yet. It'll probably have a little swirly whirly on it. But that's all I got for you today. So enjoy the life.